Hey guys, it's Trey. We're watching Trey Plays Games HD, and I'm gonna show a little clip of me playing some Magic the Gathering 2012, the expansion. So let's get right into it. This is it's a deck that I'm trying out right now. And in this game, if you're familiar with Magic the Gathering, it's a card game, and it gives you kind of preloaded decks, and you don't really build your own deck. But this is called the Ancient Depths deck, which I'm using right now, and I'm going up against one of the easier planeswalkers in the campaign called Garruk. Wild Speaker. It's a blue-green deck I'm using, and the focus is basically to get a lot of land out early so you can get your really big monsters out later, like the Inkwell Leviathan, which has Island Walk, Trample, Shroud, and has 7-11 and just sort of kicks ass. So this is the early stage of the game. If you don't know Magic, your land is also called your mana, and it's basically your resource to cast things like creatures, spells, things like that. And you do that all during two of your main phases. Right now my opponent's in one of his main phases. And you cast things like that, and then eventually try to head up attacks to get at your opponent's life points, which are start at 20 every game. So this is turn 2 for me. So I'm going to throw down a forest, and I'm going to play a Explore, which means I can play an additional land this turn, which goes to the whole point of the deck, which is playing a lot of land as fast as possible. So playing that Explore allowed me to get out 3 lands, which untap every turn, which means they flip right side up, and I can use them every turn, and that just puts me in a land advantage. But Garruk has some land advantage cards as well, so he also has 3 lands out right now. So this is his main phase, where he can play cards. He's going to play Glazing Gladeheart, which could go in my deck as well. He has an ability called Landfall, where whenever he puts down a land or mana, which is the same thing, he gets 2 life add to his life pool, and it also has 2 attack and 2 defense power. When you attack, it's basically power and toughness. The first number on the left is power, the second number is toughness. The power is the amount of damage you can do, the toughness is the amount of damage you take. Let's see. New Frontiers, the problem with that card is that it's land advantage for him as well, but I think my deck's a little stronger than his, so I'm going to go ahead and cast that with the full ability, and it'll allow me to get basically 3 lands out. But it also allows him to get 3 lands out. So here's the thing, he doesn't have as strong creatures as I do late game, and I do with stuff like Inkwell Leviathan, so I can take that risk, knowing that he doesn't have the massive creatures that I do. For example, this deck has creatures that go up to 12/12, things like that. See, all he gets out is Garruk's Pack Leader, which is a good card. It's 4/4, and it gets him life whenever a big creature comes in. And so every time a big creature mine comes in, he'll be getting life. See, I don't have 9 mana, I only have 8, so I can't cast that card yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and ramp up again. Which basically thins my deck and makes it so that I only get bombs whenever I draw a card. He'll be doing that as well, but my bombs are a little bit stronger than his bombs, so it's just going to be a race to the finish. The problem is that he has 40 land right now, so I'm really loading him up on life, but when my heavy hitters come out, it's not going to make a difference. I'm going to throw a blocker out, so see, he does 4 damage, and I don't do no damage, so I'm not going to take any damage to my life total, but I'm going to lose that guy, and then his Crawworm's going to come out and he's going to gain a life, I think. Oh, he draws a card and he doesn't gain a life, so. See, so now he's just going to throw out whatever he has. I guess he has so much land. I might end up losing this game, actually. Might have been a bad blunder on my part. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put on the battlefield tab. Yeah, don't really need that right now. Definitely gotta get this out right now. that as well. Try to stay back to blocker. So basically I'm just going to wait for him to attack next turn. Magic's really fun. There's so much you can do with it. There's so many mechanics. There's so many cards, and decks in this game are made for you, so they fit really well together. So there are 5 different color lands. Right now I'm playing a 2-color deck with blue and green. Green's focused on getting big creatures out and pumping up your creatures. Oh god, that's GG right there. That card is called Overrun. It means that all of his creatures get +3/+3 to their attack and toughness, and they gain trample, which means that even if I block, all that damage still goes over. So I'm dead basically right now. But this video is basically just to show you an example of what Magic's like, and give you an idea of what this game was like. So I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned to my channel.